Hello there. My name is Bazka, and I want to make more things. That's sort of why I'm doing this. I'd really like to be able to look back on something 5 years from now and go, oh, I've made progress, I've created something, I can see where I was at the start, I can see where I am now, and just look at that documented difference. That's really why I'm here. That's why I'm making this. I want to start doing some YouTube videos just on the things that go through my head. Nothing too important. Recording, having it sit around for a bit, and then using it, hoping that somebody listens to it and has slightly better day because of it. That's all I really want. That's the most that I really hope for from all of this. I'm just going to put things out into the world and hope that one day it can maybe help somebody. So really, it doesn't take much to make something, especially nowadays. It's going to take me maybe 30 minutes of effort sitting out here thinking of things to say, then another hour behind the computer editing things up. That's not much at all for something that's going to last maybe even years. Maybe 3 people will sit through it and get something out of it. And that would be, man, that's so worth it, really. I feel like nowadays numbers have just been inflated well past the realms of possibility or understanding. And it's not something that I really appreciate. Feels like it's been a lot longer than, 3 minutes? Time just goes slow when you're trying to figure out how to speak. It's another reason. I don't think I'm very good at speaking. Whether on my own or to other people, I want to work on it. And I feel like the only way to do that is to hear myself speak a little bit more. If you guys have ever seen a rec rap, he does little videos like this. And that's a big part of the inspiration behind why I'm starting. Charlie White, and rec rap. The 2 main reasons I'm thinking to get into this. But it doesn't need to be perfect, it doesn't need to be great. I just want to make something. Recently, the United States of America has entered a state of conflict with the small nation of Iran. Iran borders a very, very important shipping route called the Strait of Hormuz. And under the threat of regime change from the outside and utter destruction to the present government system, they did the only thing they really could, which was stop up the Hormuz Canal. Which, realistically speaking, anyone with 20 minutes of looking into, wargaming it, if I were Iran, what would I do? Oh, easy, I'd do this. Really, 30 minutes maybe of forethought would have told you this would happen. And yet the US threw themselves into it and has just seemingly put themselves in a devastating position where they've made the world worse for the vast majority of people. Not heaps worse, not unlivably bad. They haven't lowered the standard of living by considering that, but they've made the day-to-day a little bit harder. In a space and a time where that does not need to be occurring. The amount of time, energy, effort, and money that's been invested into that area for purely destructive purposes is mind-boggling. If the United States government had put all of that effort, all that time, all that money, all those missile budgets into establishing some sort of relationship with them, say building a massive amount of infrastructure in that country, which is ridiculous out of the blue, insane to say. If they'd done that, they would have more control over Iran at the moment than they do, which seems to be the goal. Well, to get into that, their goal is so shockingly arbitrary. At no point has it been clear what the point of it was. So, originally it was because Donald Trump said that it was because the regime in charge was a dictatorship, they were awful, they were controlling, the Ayatollah was doing awful things, and then as the days went on, they bombed the head of a large portion of the government sites, or the important ones, and they killed most of that regime that they weren't happy with. Now, good job. Cool, you've solved the regime issue. Nice. But not really, because the whole infrastructure is set up so the next person to step up will be another person from that regime. Right? So, why'd you do it that way the first time? Clearly, knowing that the consequence of your actions with perhaps a little bit of forethought would be what it was, in that nothing has changed beyond the country closing up its borders and making oil transit a miserable process for just about any country that's planning to get through. Right? Like, it seems the consequences of the actions taken have shocked people who took them, despite the amount of man hours that can be put in by the people working for them to think about that. But it seems that didn't happen. It seems the total man hours in the forethought throughout that process are shockingly low. Because the only thing I can think of it being, it must have been a spur-of-the-moment, impulsive decision. What else could justify having a large deal of forethought and planning and then doing it this way and getting these results? And to clarify, these results are the Strait of Hormuz has been closed for a while, recently reopened with a severe toll placed on Iranian allies, which are predominantly China and India, are the main ones currently getting shipments through there. All American ships are embargoed. I don't know if that's the right term. All American ships have no right of passage. Now, Donald Trump was posting on Truth Social saying, run the strait. If you care about the American people, run the strait. Go through the naval mines. Go through the established encampments. Just deal with it. Get through it. You're an American hero. We won't give you any extra money or anything. There's no financial or physical or anything incentive, but you're representing the country. How beautiful. Isn't that worth it? I'd argue no. In a world where international relations are very important, and having good ones leaves you in such a good spot. So it just enables so many things to happen, which make the world better for you, make your subjective experience much better. You're cutting those off for no discernible reason. And now, I'm not really using names very often beyond like a few specific quotes from Donald Trump, because it's not just one person. None of this just happens from one person. Really, maybe one person can make an order, sure, but odds are that person is making that order because other people are telling them it's the best idea. Say they're making that decision, they're saying, go do this, and the people being ordered have the critical thinking ability to go, this is evil, I'm not going to launch this missile at this country, which we have not declared war on, which we have positive international relations to relatively. We're not hostile, they're not at war with any of our allies. Besides, Israel doesn't like them very much, but that doesn't really matter. They're not in open conflict with Israel until they are, when Israel decides they really, really want to bomb them. Which seems strange to me. Anyway, ignoring the rant, now done, just seems... I hope, deeply, deeply hope, that the rest of our world, the inspiration for all of these things seems to be this deeply entrenched us versus them mentality, where if we can get up, it's good. If it brings them up as well, not worth it. If we can push them down and we stay, that's good. Good. We'll take that. As long as we're doing better than that. It seems insane. But that seems to be the American modus operandi with the rest of the world. One thing the United States of America have done that I think is truly beautiful, that has been happening recently, is the Artemis 2 mission. In this case, it feels like it is us, everyone. So I look at them and I go, they are representing all of humanity. We are all on one side here, as it should be. That's what it should have been this whole time. Everyone should have been
on one side. And it's a remarkable feeling to see the YouTube live stream with 600,000 live viewers, the Twitch live stream with some ridiculous amount as well. The chat's in every language because everyone cares. Because it's for us. It's for everyone. This is not a case of we want to get up, we're going to push you down. No, this is we want to truly elevate the human race. And that is amazing. The things that NASA has done for the world, not really in terms of innovation, creation, and easing quality of life, but in terms of just the hope and inspiration that they have brought to the world has been world-changing, truly, to such an extent. I really, really look forward to seeing the Artemis 4 mission in 2028, which is supposed to be putting boots on the ground, going to the moon again. We've been 6 times. Assuming they're not booting the Los Angeles soundstage up for another shoot, it'll be truly amazing having people on the moon for the 7th time. First time in 50 years since the Apollo missions. I really look forward to the change it brings to everyone. To have a species-wide goal, to have a national project, and the things that can be achieved when a whole world is putting up their everything into it, we haven't really seen ever. And I don't know if we'll see it in this space race, because China is also intending to get on the moon as quick as possible. They haven't signed the, I think it's called the Artemis Accords, though I'm not 100% sure. I will put a bit of text saying China has not agreed to sign them, because they believe they can get to the moon without the help or the need to supplicate themselves to the US at all. I'm so interested in seeing how that goes. And both sides really have my full support. I think getting people out of the atmosphere, into space, into foreign planets is just so amazing. The thought that within my lifetime, there could be 100 people leaving our atmosphere, that's amazing. The fact that one has done it, even one, is phenomenal. Is unbelievably great. It makes me so excited for what we can do. We keep building and creating is just what we have to do to have stuff like this happen. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked, check out another video. I don't really have anything up like this, but if you enjoyed it, please leave a like, maybe subscribe. I don't really mind. As long as you enjoyed it, go on about your day. Make somebody else's day good.